What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Nintendo news video. Alright, so this one really ain't even a fake leak news. I was going to do like a fake leak theaters on this, but I'm like, no, this is probably legit. I actually talked about this back in September. That, you know, Game Boy, I think it was Game Boy Advance, and maybe Game Boy Color were coming to, or at least Game Boy and Game Boy Advance were coming to Nintendo Online. And I was like, yeah, so this is coming. You know, I said this a while ago, and we didn't hear anything else about it. Now it looks like things are leaking. It looks like there was a test. We're going to talk about it for real. So, but of course, if you want to continue to get videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do in order to continue to get videos from me, as well as check out any of my other channels. Like if you want to see me play games instead of just talking about them, check out my streaming channel, RSM Plays, which link is in the description and possibly in the comment if I remember, or my second channel where I talk about really just about anything. I just talked about, you know, Thor, Love, and Thunder, and the new Halo show on my second channel, The Loot Box Hero. Alright, so let's get on into this. Okay, so this starts off like most of my videos on Twitter. Looking through Twitter, and Centro Leaks, you know what I'm saying, the Pokemon Leak Master Supreme basically dropped some information that Nintendo's upcoming Game Boy and Game Boy Advance emulator for Nintendo Switch Online has been leaked. It is still in development, but pretty much confirms that those are the next two consoles coming to the service. They also go and say that also there's a Pokemon trade demo ROM included, so it looks like they're actually testing trading for the main series of Pokemon games, which could mean either trading between generations 1 and 3, or trading between generations 1 and 3 and the later games, you know what I'm saying, which means that, you know, you'll be able to bring those Pokemon from freaking generation 1 all the way to generation 8 and or 9, which could be awesome, or more than likely it could be like some kind of Pokemon Home integration where you can trade it from your Pokemon game on Nintendo Switch Online to Pokemon Home, and then maybe to generation 8 or 9 or what have you. Then they reference a couple of pictures. So the first one, the Central reference, was actually screenshots of the emulator service, like, or the I guess in development version of the emulator. You can see where it still says Sloop GBA emulator. So they actually have like a weird in-house name for it called Sloop. Or maybe there's an emulator that Nintendo bought or procured through, you know, legal means or what have you. But yeah, so you got here, you can see a couple of games right here: Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. You see Super Robot Tyson Original Generation. Then you see the Pokemon Trade application here, which is probably a feature of the emulator. Then you said another guy by the name of Mondo Mega says the library of GBA games they've tested for this thing is massive. Tested being the key word. Doesn't mean that they'll actually launch on the service. And then he has a big list of games and basically says that the ROMs in yellow were actually in the ROM folder, but not in the leaked build of the service that Centro references. So you've got Astro Boy, you've got Car Battler Joe, you've got Castlevania Aria of Sorrows and Circle of the Moon, Choo Choo Rocket, Drill Dozer, which is one of the few non-Pokemon Game Freak games. I think that's the first non-Pokemon Game Freak game, if I'm not mistaken. Then right here, the one that got me excited, Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. So this could mean that we can have a legal way to play the not the Ike games, the Roy games, Sacred Stones, and the Blazing Sword, I think is the other one, are the Blazing Blade, are they're the Roy games, And there was no legal way to play those games outside of say just buying a GBA and a cartridge and playing it. Now there's a legal way. I could stream me getting wrecked in Sacred Stones. That's gonna be freaking crazy. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is one of the ones that was not in the ROM folder, but it was in there at some point. Then we go down the list, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario Party Advanced, Metroid Battle Network, Mega Man Battle Network, Metroid Fusion, and Zero Mission. Yeah, I mean, this looks crazy. Like, this looks super crazy. I said before, I said back in September that this was going to happen at some point, and this is the whole thing with this Nintendo Online expansion pack. One of the reasons why I didn't just shit on the service early when everybody else was shitting on it, because I knew something like this would happen. That they would eventually start adding more and more and more to the service. Kind of like Game Pass. Game Pass wasn't nearly as big as it is now in the beginning, but now look at it. Now it's like, oh, it's the greatest value in gaming ever. Oh my God. And the same thing goes for Sony's version of Game Pass that they announced a couple weeks ago. That, yeah, right now it does seem a bit kind of expensive. All the cool stuff's in the biggest tier. But in the future, when more things are added to it, it's going to look better. That price is going to look better. And, with more and more things getting added to Nintendo Online, that crappy price point that we got is looking better. I might actually invest in Nintendo Online eventually, but not now though. You know what I'm saying? Now another thing is they are probably not going to put all these games on the service at once. Again, they're just testing these games to see if they work. I do think that more than likely there's going to be some sort of licensing thing here where they're going to have to pay for the licensing of these games. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the reasons why I think they couldn't just do Virtual Console outright. Because more than likely, there's a different license for digitally purchasing a game and then downloading the game and then playing the game and streaming the game. Alright, because it's the same way with movies and TV shows. There is a difference between digitally purchasing a movie and being able to put the movie on a streaming service like a Disney Plus or a Netflix. So that's about it. So I think this is going to be pretty interesting. I mean, again, it does give me some interest in Nintendo Switch Online. It depends on what games they have at launch. I might just wait until some more Fire Emblem or Pokemon games come out. You know what I'm saying? That way. Or Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics A2. Come on, make it happen, Nintendo. Make it happen, Nintendo. You know you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. What games do you want to see on the service? Drop those in the comments down below. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, check out my second channel. I will be streaming tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and keep it real, people.